Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. I'm Stan Gravois, and we have history being made here in Terrebonne Parish. Our 17U Blackhawks of the Bayou Soccer Association are going to the ship, as the young kids say. Yep, there you see them. The Blackhawks U17 2008, now I've learned that 2008 is birth year, and that's how that all works, is going to the championship in Tampa. Only 8 teams in the entire country make it to the championship, and that is due in large part to this young man I have sitting right next to me. Clay Duplantis is the coach of that team. Congratulations, Clay. What a great honor. I know you guys were on Cloud 9 a couple of weeks ago as y'all were playing. And was it called the South President's Cup? That was the region you guys were in?
Yeah, it's President's Cup Southern Regional Championship.
Plano, Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Something that doesn't happen every day where you have a team going to nationals, only 8 teams left in the entire country. Talk about your girls in that tournament specifically and how proud you are of them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to have a group of girls from this area going to that level is, it's amazing to see. These girls are from different mix of high schools. And we have some of the top players from those high schools on this team, and it's a mix of from Vanderbilt to E.D. White. And the girls are a really fun group, and they deserve this. They have all the talent. We've known for years that they've had the talent, and they finally put it together. So we went to kind of the pathway for this is through United States Youth Soccer. What you do is you go through a league in your state, and you get ranked in that league. Then you play in your state championship, which the girls won. We played a team in Mandeville in the finals, and we had won that. So we were state champions. That gave us a bid into the regional championship. I knew that these girls were going to be competitive. I wasn't going to say, oh, we can win it all. I didn't have that expectation, but I did believe that we were going to do well. So when we got through group stage, it was kind of a battle. We had my starting center back. She had other obligations, so she couldn't come. So automatically I was down. Then in game 2, my captain and other starting center back collided with a girl, and then she broke her collarbone and had a season-ending injury. So from the get-go, we had some adversity to overcome. We were very thin on the back line, and the girls pushed through. We got to the semifinals. When we won semifinals, it gave us a bid to nationals, and here we are. It's a very exciting time.
I think that's important to state is that the final 2 in the South Regional move on to play in the national final, which is going to be in Tampa in just a couple of weeks. You mentioned it was girls from our area. 6 high schools are actually represented from throughout our area. You don't have these girls all the time. You sort of have to pull them together and make it gel. Was that a pleasure for you? Was there, you mentioned adversity. Was there some steps you had to go through to make sure y'all could get to that point?
I mean, through your training, you try to have synergy developed. It's a lot of, what we consider small-sided games to try to get their chemistry built. But from a personality standpoint, this group of girls, they are fun. There's no animosity. You can tell there's a special locker room is what we would call it. A lot of coaches at the NFL and NCAA, they always say, this team is special. And they're talking about the locker room environment. And with these girls, what we have on the bench and the dynamic between myself, them, between each other, and the backing of the parents who've been great throughout this, that synergy has built us into this type of team. And I think that's really important for all sports, that if you have any discourse between parents, coach, player, or internal turmoil, I think you're going to struggle. I don't think championship teams are built that way. So we have that unique kind of chemistry that has allowed us to go and perform at this level.
Very good. And I'm sure you would like to point out, you do this, and you are the head coach. You do have help. Holly Moran is your assistant there, and you spoke very highly of her before we came on air.
Yeah.
If you want to expand a little.
No, yeah, Holly's great. She's the director of our club. I mean, what she does for our club overall is amazing. She's a godsend to me for helping me with the club. Given I'm president, I took over a few years ago. She's just been amazing. She brings a different level of energy for the girls, and they have a female to look up to who played collegiate ball. So she's been amazing. And I have to mention Kylie Martin, my team manager. She's the one that has to organize all this stuff. And I appreciate everything she's done.
Very good. Very good. Let's get another picture of that group up there. And we also want to say, listen, if you want to help, these young ladies are going July 11th over to Tampa. Only 8 teams left in the country. They are vying for a national championship. I know you guys are doing things where fundraisers, but donations and such. Anywhere you want to let the folks know?
Yeah, for personal donations, we have a GoFundMe. Otherwise, for corporate donations, I can send you a form. You can reach out to me at BayouSoccerPresident@gmail.com, and I can send you all the stuff. And we are a 501c3, so most donation, it is considered a tax write-off.
Very good. Very good. Again, these guys are going to be in the national championships. Don't have a lot of time left, but Clay is going to spend time with me in another segment where we're going to actually call out each of these girls because we want to give them, obviously, the props that they deserve. So, again, we wish you guys the best of luck, and you just got to promise that you're coming back after you win a national championship.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Very good. Very good. We'll be back with more Bayou Time right after this.
Stay tuned for more Bayou Time Sports, brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System, Community Sports Institute, Barker Honda, and Barker Kia.
Welcome back to Bayou Time Sports. Stan Graba along with Clay Duplantis. Clay is the head coach of the U17 Blackhawks, who are, I wish we could be calling you that South Region champion, but I know you girls were excited just to be there, and it punches your ticket, so to speak, to get into the finals. You're going to be in Tampa just a couple of weeks. I know that's right around the corner. And again, folks, if you want to contribute it anyway, obviously this is the base team of the Bayou Soccer Association. Go to Bayou Soccer Association and you can find out more if you want to help in any way, making sure that these girls are well taken care of when they go up there. I actually had a segment with Clay where we talked a lot about how you guys got there. You're a state champion, you're a South runner-up in the South region, and just 8 teams from throughout the country make it to Tampa, and you're going to be in that number. But I do want to go over each of these girls. So, Clay, I'm going to ask you to do this for me. I know it's putting you on the spot a little bit. I'm going to name the girl and what high school they go to. Listen, we have 6 local high schools who are represented, and I want you to give a one-word description of the girl. Maybe their playing style. Maybe they're that person who always keeps the team upbeat. So here we go. And Clay did not rehearse this at all, so I'm really putting Clay on the spot. Here we go. First, we'll go in alphabetical order. Okay. Grace Adams from Vanderbilt Catholic.
Fast.
Very good. Jenna Alomar from E.D. White.
Loyal.
Grace Barker from Central Lafourche.
Consistent.
Bryn Defelice from H.L. Bourgeois.
Strong.
Sophie Douglas from E.D. White.
Tenacious.
Let's slip in her sister here, Chloe Douglas. Chloe is?
She is technical.
Technical. I like it. You're doing good. Addison Grenier from E.D. White.
Amazing.
Carly Hartman from E.D. White.
Bulldozer.
Presley is a little dinged up. I don't know if you want to go with a dinged up term or what she was before, and everybody sees her there with her sling, but Presley LeConte from Vanderbilt Catholic.
Heart.
Very good. Julia McGee from Vanderbilt.
Motor.
Kate McGee from Vanderbilt.
Surprising.
Grace McGee from Vanderbilt.
Technical.
Very good. Here we go. Olivia Martin from Central Lafourche.
Adaptable.
Julia Passman from E.D. White.
Consistent.
Ashley Prospery from Terrebonne High.
Technical.
Candace Robinson from Central Lafourche.
Fierce.
Genesis Solis from Houma Christian.
Dependable.
Claire Toops from E.D. White.
Bulldozer.
And finally, Macy Wright from Vanderbilt Catholic.
Adaptable.
Very good.
Yeah.
You feel like you have a really good mix on this team? I mean, I don't know how to ask you this except to say, what are your expectations when you go to nationals?
Yeah, just to be clear, we were runner-ups at regionals, but if you give me that game again with my lineup, I'll take that team any day. So I'm not going to nationals thinking, oh, we were runner-ups and we're a weaker team. I absolutely have confidence that we can go and compete. And, I'm not going to claim anything, but I would love to see us surprise some people. And I think it's going to be a great time because I've got a very competitive group of girls.
Have the brackets been put out yet?
Not yet. It's about a week. They do it right before. The times are set. It's going to be hot. And I think that's going to be, one of the biggest things, but both teams are going to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's also a situation where if people want to find out more, you mentioned this is all part of the National Youth Soccer
Yes.
Association. Am I terming that correctly?
United States Youth Soccer.
So if somebody wanted to go, they obviously could go to Google search and find this, and they'll find the tournament and everything that's going on in Tampa, right?
Yes, it's the National President's Cup.
Just to be sort of transparent, I know Clay, taught Clay back in the golden ages where he was one heck of a soccer player too.
Thank you.
Did you play on that runner-up team for South Terrebonne?
I did.
Very good.
And I coach with some of the opposing teammates.
So now you see all sides.
I see all of them, yeah.
That being said, it's a situation where you don't obviously have a daughter that's even playing in this. You love soccer, obviously.
Yes.
You weren't in the area for a little while. You come back and you become involved. How did it happen that you are coaching this? Is this something where you said, you know what, I enjoy it. I'm going to do this. And how is it from a standpoint, I know you've coached boys before. I know you did it for your stepson. All that being said, has it been a really good experience for you?
Yes. So I decided to help a buddy who played soccer when we were young with my stepson's team when he was 5 years old. I'd been away from the game. I just kind of gotten away for a while. And when I came back, it was like it all just flourished again. And fast forward, I believe 3 years, and I'm the president of the club. So, I coached 3 competitive teams and a recreational team. But, it's a great sport, and the more you're involved, it's a mysterious sport. Now, with girls, these girls, the difference between boys and girls is boys can be more stubborn. You can tell them 1,000 times and they won't do what you're asking them to do. The girls, at least you tell them something and they'll go do it.
They're ready to give it a shot. Huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, again, it's been truly a great experience. It's my first girls team I've ever coached, and it's been amazing. And to end where we are right now, it's a dream.
And I do want to reemphasize, this doesn't happen every day, folks. I mean, from right here in Terrebonne Parish, Lafourche Parish, you have young ladies who are competing for a national championship. Then they turn around and get right after it in high school, right after it's all said.
Yeah, so it's about 300 teams approximately in the division across the United States. So 8 make it to nationals.
That is awesome. Congratulations, my friend. Wishing y'all the best of luck, and I'm going to hold you to it. When y'all win it all, we'll have you right back here.
Will do.
Except we're going to have all the girls here with us.
Yes, for sure.
Very good, Clay. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, got to take a break. We'll be back with more Bayou Time right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.